His life began with boundless ambition, a man of science dedicated to saving others. But fate can be cruel, and in his first world, tragedy struck where he least expected it. His family, his purpose, was ripped away by a cruel twist of disease. No matter how much he fought, how much he studied, he couldn't save them. Then darkness came, a sleep so deep it seemed eternal. Yet when his eyes opened again, the air was different. The surroundings felt alien. He wasn't in the same world anymore. The reflection staring back at him wasn't the one he remembered. He was no longer an adult, burdened with guilt, but a child born into a noble family. And this wasn't an ordinary world. It was a place where alchemy and ancient remedies shaped the course of life. But this new life didn't take away his memories. His sharp intellect and deep understanding of modern medicine remained. Could this second chance be his redemption? Could he bridge the gap between the past he left behind and the future he was now part of? From an early age, it was clear this boy wasn't ordinary. His understanding of illnesses, his precise diagnoses of even the rarest conditions, left everyone around him stunned. Yet, these talents weren't just natural. They stemmed from years of study in a different world. He wasn't just skilled, he was extraordinary, and soon he discovered why. Hidden within him was a power that defied explanation. With just a thought, he could create medicines and substances that others couldn't dream of, a divine gift, or perhaps something more mysterious. In this world, healthcare wasn't for everyone. It was a privilege reserved for the wealthy, while the poor were left to suffer and die. The system thrived on greed, prioritizing profits over people. But he couldn't stand by and watch. With every patient he saved, every illness he cured, he chipped away at the barriers. He introduced treatments that no one had ever seen, forcing the powerful to take notice. Was he changing the world for the better, or was he inviting trouble from those who thrived in this flawed system? Despite his growing influence, whispers of doubt began to circulate. How could a mere child achieve what generations of scholars couldn't? Some called him a prodigy, others a miracle. But there were those who believed he was a threat, a force that could disrupt the balance of power. And then there were the unexplained moments. Why did some of his abilities feel too precise, too divine? What exactly was the source of his power? These questions haunted him. Was he truly destined to heal this world, or was he unknowingly part of something much larger? One night, while gazing at the stars, a thought struck him. Is saving everyone truly the right thing to do? In his quest to heal, he'd gained followers, allies, and even enemies. But with every cure, with every life saved, he was also upsetting the delicate balance of this world. Could his actions have unintended consequences? Was he risking the collapse of a society that, despite its flaws, had endured for centuries? This question lingered, shaping his decisions as he moved forward. As he worked to reform the system, he wasn't alone. By his side was a trusted group of individuals, each with their own struggles and reasons for standing with him. A loyal apprentice, eager to learn his methods. A noblewoman who believed in his vision, and even skeptical physicians who, despite their doubts, couldn't deny the results he achieved. But for every ally, there was an enemy in the shadows. Wealthy merchants, corrupt nobles, and even rival healers sought to undermine him. Their power was vast, but his determination was unwavering. As his reputation grew, so did the mysteries surrounding his abilities. One fateful day, while researching an ancient text, he stumbled upon something shocking, a prophecy, or perhaps a warning, about someone who would bring both salvation and destruction to the world. The description seemed eerily familiar. Was he the figure the text spoke of? And if so, was his presence here truly a blessing? Or was it the beginning of a great catastrophe? These revelations deepened his resolve, but also filled him with unease. The path he walked was no longer just about healing. It was about uncovering the truth of his existence in this world. Despite the questions, the conflicts, And the threats, there were moments of peace. Children laughing as they received medicine they could never afford before. Families reunited thanks to his cures. These were the moments that reminded him why he fought. But in the distance, a storm was brewing. Forces more powerful than he could imagine were taking notice. He wasn't just challenging a flawed system. He was challenging the very foundation of this world. As the world began to shift, he stood at the center of it all. A boy with knowledge beyond his years, abilities beyond comprehension, and a mission that could either save or destroy the people around him. But as he prepared for the battles ahead, one question lingered in his mind. Am I truly the savior this world needs, or am I its greatest threat? The answers lay ahead, in a future filled with uncertainty, danger, and the faint glimmer of hope. Would he rise to the challenge, or would the weight of destiny prove too much to bear?